Okay, so this is going to be like a positive eBay story for you. You guys might remember I bought that watch a couple weeks ago, that Sears Swiss watch, and the guy sent it to me. It was broken, needs a new mainspring. Well, this is a story about this t-shirt. Iggy and the Stooges, come on, man, right? Pretty cool. I ordered it here on eBay. Let's just quickly go to that listing. And you can see on here, it's a pretty large logo. And I wasn't sure about it. And to me, it was a little bit big. And when I got the shirt, of course, I'm not set up here, so hang on a second. When this shirt arrived, you can see that logo is gigantic. It's friggin' huge. Goes almost all the way to the top, almost all the way to the bottom. It was just too much for me. I didn't understand why it would be that large. So what I did was I wrote the guy a note because I was a little unhappy about that. I was like, that's not how it's represented. If you look here on the image of the sale, you can see it's much higher. The Iggy is much closer to the neckline, and there's a lot more room from under the Stooges to the bottom. It looks like it's pretty close to the right size. It just wasn't placed on the shirt right. So I sent the guy a note, and the reason let's try that again. Okay, there we go. And so the reason I did it was because I feel like I've been getting burned on this lately. A lot of the shirts I'm ordering, the logos, the graphic on it is just way too large, way larger than it used to be. And yeah, I mean, Iggy was doing stuff in the 60s, early 70s, and I was alive back then. And t-shirts, the logos were typically smaller, you know, more centered on the shirt right here. And I sent the guy a note saying, hey, I got the shirt, but there's an issue. The graphic is gigantic, far too large for this shirt. It reaches all the way down to just a couple inches from the bottom of the shirt, which is not what's pictured. I can't wear this thing. In the listing, the graphic is tighter and higher, which would be correct. Well, I didn't expect a response from that, but the guy did respond to me. And he says, I understand your problem. First of all, I'm really sorry for making you unhappy. I will exchange it for another shirt. I will fix it. Can you give me a picture of the shirt you received? By the way, it turns out I got two shirts from the same guy. This was the other one. And in my opinion, that logo is too large and not positioned correctly either. But we didn't get into that one. I would like him to make that smaller and better too, because I think it looks better. But my response was thank you. The graphic on both shirts is far too large to be correct for these particular shirts, mimicking the vibe of Iggy Pop. And I don't know what happened here with my typing. So you probably guys can't read this, but in the late 70s, graphics should be centered smaller and in just the chest area, like the picture on the listing. Actually, a bit smaller would be more correct for the time period. If it's easy for you to make this correction, you might want to give people that option for the size of the graphic. It might end up helping you, and you probably sell some more t-shirts that way. He says, I'll make the design and send it to you. And wow, great, and blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth. He sent me a picture, and then I said, he halved it. And I said, much better. I bet a third size would be work even better. So in the end, he sent me the right thing. I'm not going to go through all the graphics here, but I think you guys can see this. All right. Let me set this up for you here. Maybe we can just stand back a little bit. I can't see. I'm looking into the lens here, but right, that's how it should look. It should be kind of centered here a little bit on the boom. And another thing about this is when I was in that motorcycle club, the Gridiron Rebels, when the t-shirt idea was coming along and everybody's talking about where it should be, I just put my foot down on that and I said, look, man, the logo on the t-shirt, especially for a motorcycle club, this is what I call the Superman placement, or rather, instead of Superman, the superhero placement. Small enough right here, center on the chest. So when you're wearing your leather jacket, you can see the logo. Bam. And this is what looks good. So all this is just a quick video to say, hey, not all the eBay stuff's bad. If you get something you don't like, especially with the t-shirts, take the chance like I did. Reach out to the guy that you bought it from, the seller, and send him a note. Tell him this, because they can make it happen. And this guy made it happen. And let's just quickly look at his who he is. because I told him I would, if he sorted this. Why isn't this working? Rose Mart. So this is the guy. So it's eBay listing, eBay store. It's Rose-Mart. So if you guys want a t-shirt from this guy, check him out. And he can adjust the size of the graphic. This is the second one. So dude, if you're watching this, they should all be smaller and tighter. This one isn't so bad. That's not bad. I might have to pick that one up. I bought some. I don't think they were from this guy, but I've been buying some other t-shirts. Like I got a James Brown t-shirt, a couple of the New York Dolls t-shirt logos I picked up. Same thing, way too large. And it's too late now for me to go back to those guys. But if it happens again, that's just what I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, if I decide to buy another one of these t-shirts, I think that when I do the purchase, or before I do the purchase, I'll contact the seller and ask them if it's possible. Because to me, this looks much better, much more authentic, period correct to the time period. Like maybe it's just a new thing where they're making these giant graphics on the whole front of the shirt. Maybe that's what fashion is today. I don't like it. So that's it for now. Be good to one another. Catch you in the next one. Bye.